Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers get jumpstart on NFL free agency, sign veteran pass catcher, report. Although teams can begin speaking to free agents and agree to verbal contracts beforehand, NFL free agency doesn't officially begin until March 12. However, the Pittsburgh Steelers got off to a head start before the final weekend prior to the NFL Combine. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported on February 21 that the Steelers have signed veteran tight end Donald Parham Jr. The #Steelers signed veteran T. Donald Parham Jr. to a one-year contract. The Steelers don't have to wait until March 12 to sign Parham because he wasn't on an active NFL roster for the 2024 season. He spent the campaign on the Denver Broncos practice squad. Prior to that, Parham played only for the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers released Parham at the end of the preseason on roster cutdown day in August 2024. In 47 games with the Chargers, Parham posted 67 catches, 764 receiving yards, and 11 touchdowns. Pittsburgh already has 3 tight ends under contract for the 2025 season, including the team's second leading pass catcher in Pat Freiermuth. Additionally, if Steelers Nation gets wanted desires, Freiermuth and third-year tight end Darnell Washington will be even bigger parts of the team's offense during 2025. So, Parham faces an uphill battle to make the Steelers roster. But Pittsburgh added quality veteran depth at tight end with the addition of Parham. In his last season with the Chargers, Parham posted 27 receptions with 285 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. All of those totals were new career highs. Parham played about half of Los Angeles's offensive snaps during the 14 games he dressed in 2023. That was also a career high. In addition to what he provided as a pass catcher, Parham registered the best pass protection grade from Pro Football Focus of his career during 2023. He also had the second best PFF pass blocking grade on the entire Chargers roster. Over his 4-year stint with Los Angeles, though, Parham was an inconsistent blocker. He posted a poor run blocking grade in 2023 despite his strong grade in pass protection. During 2022, his grades were the opposite. Parham did fairly well in run blocking while struggling in pass protection. Parham didn't block a lot in any of his seasons with the Chargers. He had just 31 pass blocking sets in 2023 when he posted the best PFF pass protection grade of his career. Since Parham might be best suited for a practice squad role again in 2025, the Steelers could still make another addition at tight end in either free agency or the draft. But with Parham now in the fold, they could also be set at tight end. On top of Freiermuth and Washington, the Steelers also have Connor Hayward returning at tight end for 2025. Freiermuth led the group with 65 catches, 653 receiving yards, and 7 touchdowns in 2024. He led all Steelers pass catchers in receptions and total touchdowns last season. Freiermuth was also second only to George Pickens in receiving yards. Washington posted 19 catches for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. Hayward also had 1 score with 6 receptions and 40 receiving yards. Pittsburgh's 4th tight end in 2024 was veteran Michael Pruitt, who played in Arthur Smith's offense with the Tennessee Titans and Atlanta Falcons. But Pruitt is an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Son of Steelers scout could be draft target for Pittsburgh. Go do your job. Every year, the NFL Draft brings about some obvious connections for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2025 might not have a more obvious connection than that of Washington linebacker Carson Bruener. Bruener is the son of Pittsburgh Steelers scout Mark Bruener. Carson, who will be at the NFL Combine and was at the Shrine Bowl, already barred his father from attending any draft interviews with him. When his dad tried to enter his interview at the Shrine Bowl, Carson made sure he did not get his way in there. "I did not allow him to be there," Carson Bruener told Alex Katson of Hughes Wire. "You don't even need to eavesdrop. You know everything about me, So what are you doing here? Go do your job. Carson has become a key member of the Washington defense over his years with the program. Mark, who played for Washington, is always around the program and gave the Steelers confidence in drafting Troy Fautanu a year ago. Carson had 104 tackles, 3 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 5 pass deflections in his senior campaign. As it stands, he is projected to be a late-round pick, but with solid testing at the NFL Combine, he could raise his stock in a shallow linebacker class. Russell Wilson Patriots rumors, Steelers trade for New England $4.2 million QB. More than a decade after his most crushing defeat, and what has to be one of the most crushing defeats for any quarterback in Super Bowl history, new revelations are still emerging about why Russell Wilson came to throw a game-deciding interception to Patriots cornerback Malcolm Butler in Super Bowl 49. Wilson's blunder turned what would have been a second straight Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl championship into, instead, the fourth New England Lombardi Trophy of what would turn out be 6 for head coach Bill Belichick and Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. But now, with his career likely nearing its close, the 2012 third-round draft pick Wilson, under one off-season scenario, could finish his career in the uniform of the team that dealt him his most memorable and humiliating defeat. In an interview earlier this week, Brandon Mebane, a defensive tackle on the 2014 Seahawks who was watching the decisive play from the sideline, claimed that it was Wilson himself who called the fateful goal line pass that was shockingly picked off by Butler, sealing the Patriots' 28-24 victory. For the past decade, Seattle's then head coach Pete Carroll and offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell have shouldered the blame for the play call, when it appeared that a 1-yard touchdown run by Marshawn Lynch would have won the game for Seattle. But Mebane now says the Lynch run was, indeed, the play call, but Wilson inexplicably audibled a new play, the doomed pass, on the line of scrimmage. So, how could Wilson now end up with the Patriots to wind down his career? The scenario starts with his current team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, being in desperate need of a new quarterback. According to most reports out Pittsburgh, the organization has no interest in bringing Wilson back for a second season, after he finished the season with 5 straight losses, including a wild card round playoff defeat to the Baltimore Ravens. While the Steelers are reportedly open to bringing back fifth-year quarterback Justin Fields, the Chicago Bears' first-round draft pick, 11th overall, in 2021, they benched him after 6 starts in favor of Wilson, which indicates that Pittsburgh will be in the market for a strong backup for Fields if not a new starter. They could find that quarterback in one of the most heavily speculated about trade prospects in the NFL, Patriots backup quarterback Joe Milton III. Milton, who as a Tennessee Volunteer was MVP of the 2022 Orange Bowl, was New England's 6th-round draft pick in 2024, 193rd overall, meaning that if the Patriots could convert him into a third-rounder or even a fourth, that would be a win for the roster, according to ESPN NFL analyst Aaron Schatz. Milton, a rookie, got into one game for the Patriots, in Week 18 against the Buffalo Bills. Though the Bills fielded mostly a second-string roster, Milton was impressive nonetheless, with a 111.4 passer rating and even, at one point, sidearming the second-fastest pass, 61.7 miles per hour, ever clocked in the NFL. But trading Milton III to the Steelers would leave the Patriots without a backup for last year's number 3 overall draft pick Drake May, who appears to be the Patriots' franchise signal caller for the foreseeable future. Wilson will be a free agent coming off a 1-year, $1.2 million contract. The veteran could be signed inexpensively, and if he chose to accept the role, would serve as a veteran mentor to May as the Patriots look to rebuild after back-to-back 4-13 seasons. And you fan? What do you think of Russell Wilson's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.